What's going on, guys? Multiverse here, taking a look at the most controversial figure of 2025. It is, of course, the Maximum Series Spider-Man by Marvel Legends. Starting off this video, guys, we're of course taking a look at the Maximum Series Spider-Man packaging. And before we do that, let me know, what was your guys' biggest gripe on this figure? Starting off with this though, guys, we do have the packaging, which is the open face window, Marvel Legends at the top, Maximum Series at the bottom, as well as Spider-Man's name. Flipping over the side, guys, is a beautiful product shot of the figure, so we can definitely get him in some of those Spidey poses, which I'm excited to do. Marvel Legends at the top, Spider-Man web swinging on the back, Maximum Series Spider-Man, Marvel Legends again. Over on the side is the classic upside down Spider-Man. He's waving with the spider sense going off, and we got a freaking spider sense going off in here. I love seeing that. It looks amazing. So let's look at the top. Maximum Series Spider-Man again and Marvel Legends, and then down here on the bottom is the barcode for you barcode guys. With all that said, guys, let's go ahead and rip the amazing Spider-Man out of his packaging and see how he looks. So right here, guys, is the Maximum Series Spider-Man fresh out of the packaging. And for my first hand impressions on this figure, guys, I personally don't really see too much of the gripes that everybody's complaining about. My biggest gripe on this guy would really be detail, but I mean, he comes with so many friggin' accessories. I don't see how you could be hating on this guy so much. I don't know if it's just something that I'm missing. Maybe it's because I haven't got too much invested in the Mayfix. Maybe this is just, you know, the bottom of the barrel that I'm more intrigued in looking at here. But just like the colors of the suit, the web design is beautifully painted on there. The dark red and the dark blue look perfect. It really makes me think of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit with Andrew Garfield, especially with the big eyes. It's kind of almost like seeing the live action suit in the comic format. You know, it just looks amazing to me. But with the classic Spider-Man emblems, the round spider on the back and the round black spider on the chest, I feel like this figure looks pretty dang good, and I do have my own gripes on him as well, such as, like I said, with the detail. Would love to see like the actual webbing be sculpted in, and preferably a different head sculpt for this. I don't even know what this eye is supposed to be doing. Like, one's bigger than the other, but it's not even squinted. I don't know. But we'll definitely take a closer look at that in just a few seconds. So with all that said though, guys, let's go ahead and get Spider-Man off of the rotating turntable and take a closer look at the accessories that he came with. When it comes to the accessories, guys, like I said, this Spider-Man comes with a whole bunch. Starting off with the stand that he comes with here, guys, he comes with a foldable stand that just plugs right into the base here, and then you can add on the web effects like so. Just kind of plugs right in, and you can actually have him in some web shooting action shots. So that is great to have, and hopefully we get some more stuff like that in the future. He does, of course, come with my favorite head sculpt, which is just the standard mask what he is already on when you get the figure in the mail, which is both of the big eyes wide open. And like I said, guys, the web lines on this guy is perfectly painted on there. I, however, for a Maximum Series would have loved them to be sculpted on there, especially if we're going to be paying the $60 fee for these Maximum Series. You've got to add a little bit more to it. It's got to look a little bit different. So that is going to hurt its rating. It's not going to be the 10 out of 10 today, even though I was kind of feeling it at first, but he's definitely not going to be a 10 out of 10. So sculpted lines for the webbing for your Maximum Series. This right here is my least favorite out of the head sculpts. Like, you have the big eye open here, but then you have the partially shut eye over here, unless it's like, and it's also kind of crooked too, like right there in the middle. So I'm not really sure what they were going for here. But then we do have this pristine unmasked head, which is, you know, a kind of a Happy Peter showing through with this kind of like part in the middle for his hair, but the slick back hair is beautifully detailed, and the face alone just looks like Peter Parker. So I am grateful to have these two heads out of the pack, but this one here, not so much. Going over here to the web effects, guys, he also comes with a web shield like we saw with the Magic the Gathering beat up Spider-Man. And this right here is awesome to have two of these. So I'm going to have Spider-Man on his Viking era, just being a shield maiden out there and throwing hands with some shields. He does, of course, come with the web blast effect, and it looks good for action shots. And then we have what I'm calling the reaching web, or what you can really put on, like, you know, the chest of another figure, and it is beautifully detailed. But every time I look at this, I'm going to be thinking of, I think we all know. Moving on though, guys, he does of course come with his own spider sense here. He does of course come with 2 long, soft plastic webs, and they are super bendy, super flexible. Tie them around a villain if you want to, because they do loop around no problems, but they are also for those beautiful action shots of Spider-Man swinging. The other one is just the same. And then he comes with a plethora of hands. He comes with his whipping hands with web. He comes with his gripping hands, his flipping hands without web, wall crawling hands, fisted hands, and then his ungloved hands showcasing his web shooters. And I really would have loved these to be articulated. The fact that these are not articulated, I get there's a mechanism here, but the fact that they're not articulated is kind of a crime to me. I would have loved to actually have something to mess around with, or even make them interchangeable, so that way we can have like some ungloved fisted hands for more action shots. With all that said, guys, let's go ahead and move away from the accessories and take a closer look at the detail. When it comes to the details, guys, for this to be a maximum series, there's not too much going on. Like I said at the beginning, I would have loved the web design throughout the suit to be actually sculpted in there. Kind of like that we see with the movie figures on it, how you can actually feel the webbing throughout it. So it is a bit of a letdown that it is the $60 price range, but there's only so little that goes into the detail itself. The eyes are of course sculpted into the mask, but that is pretty much it. The rest of it is what I'm pretty much calling the new Spider-Man body mold that Marvel Legends has been using. And I do believe that it is the same body mold that we got with this figure here, just maybe some differences here and there. I feel like the abdomen is a little bit more narrow on this guy, and maybe the arms are a little more narrow too. But I feel like the chest and everything else is kind of exactly the same. Maybe it is a new body mold for both of these. I would have preferred it to be on this body mold, just with actual, detail actually being in the figure, instead of just giving him this standard skin tight muscle look that he's got going on for him. And it is exactly the same throughout the rest of the figure. The chest is just painted on, the back is just painted on. There's really nothing else going on for him other than muscle, so it's definitely hurting my feelings a bit on this figure. So I guess I'm starting to see what everybody's talking about with if he was truly worth it. With all this other, guys, let's go ahead and move away from the detail and take a closer look at his size, his articulation, and we'll get into some size comparison. When it comes to how tall this Spider-Man stands, guys, this Maximum Series Spider-Man to the top of the head stands at 6 1/4. So he is really just that standard 6 inches that Marvel Legends likes to do. When it comes to his articulation, guys, we'll move him closer to the camera for you. His head is on a ball and neck swivel. So the ball swivel goes all the way around, although he's freaking tight with all of the heads. Doesn't matter how long you put him in hot water for, he is a tight figure. And it's only the ball and hinge, so he can only look up and down, but it is not a dumbbell joint, unfortunately. I feel like that was a missed opportunity. But I have noticed we are getting neck articulation for the Spider-Man figures, and I even think I think we saw it with the Punisher and the Daredevil figures from the MCU. They got neck articulation as well. So I'm very happy to be seeing that make its way in here. Kind of makes it look a little bit more natural when he's looking left or right, instead of him just having that mannequin pose. For his arms, guys, both of his arms do reach above 90 degrees, and he does have beautiful butterfly joints that do reach forward and of course reach all the way back. So I do love seeing that Spider-Man is as flexible as ever. When it comes to his ab crunch, guys, his ab crunch goes forward, it goes back, it goes all the way around, and he even has a full abdomen crunch in the middle as well. So he is definitely a limbo master at the Marvel Legends parties. There is unfortunately no waist swivel, which is a bit of a miss for me. I feel like if we could get all of this together, a little waist, the ab crunch right here, they would put Mafex in for the run of their money in terms of articulation. So let's stop half-assing the job, Marvel Legends and Hasbro. Going over to his arm, guys, don't want to miss this. He also has bicep swivel, double hinged elbows. He has forearm swivel, and his hands are interchangeable, so they do rotate and go up and down. But his forearms are also interchangeable for when you put on the ungloved look. So if I just reach off here, pull this off to the side, you can just plug that bad boy right in there, and then you get the ungloved looking Spider-Man. And this is why I said articulation needs to be in these hands, because if you just have him like this, he kind of looks a little off, or maybe even a little sassy. So I'm definitely not going to be having him in this pose for too long, other than just like a few shots here and there. Going down now, guys, looking at his legs. His legs do have the little drop hips, so you can pull him down and push him up. His legs go all the way out, and they do go all the way up, so they do reach the full Spider-Man flexibility. They do reach all the way back, even with the rubber buttocks getting in the way. They do have a thigh cut, or a thigh swivel, whatever you want to call it. Double hinge knees. They have an ankle boot cut, whatever you want to call it. The boot cut down here. For his ankles, they do articulate down, they articulate up. He has beautiful toe articulation, and then he has that perfect ankle pivot. Starting off the size comparison, guys, here we have the Maximum Series standing next to probably my new favorite Spider-Man figure that I have is the Magic the Gathering Battle Damage. And then we have the Cybernetic Spider-Man, which this was supposed to be his video, but he showed up in the mail, so I figured why not? We'll postpone this guy for maybe a month or so. I'm getting tired of looking at Spider-Man figures, so we're going to move on to other things. Don't worry, guys. Also wanted to showcase him standing next to the other Maximum Series Deadpool. Still my favorite figure out of like my entire collection right now, especially on the Marvel shelf. And these two do look good together, but just seeing how much more detail this Deadpool got compared to this Spider-Man, it definitely stands out, but it's not going to hurt it too much. Next up, guys, here we have him standing next to the McFarlane's Dark Knight. And as you can see here, it just simply will not work. And last but not least, guys, here we have him standing next to the NECA Toy Scarface Predator, and it only works if he's a Super Predator. Alrighty, guys, and there you have it. Another action figure review video in the books on my channel for you guys to enjoy. When it comes to my final rating on this Spider-Man Maximum Series, I'm going to give him a solid 7.5 out of 10. I really wanted to get higher on this guy, but he unfortunately just really isn't that exciting. He does look good, don't get me wrong. He is a beautiful piece of eye candy, but he needs more detail. The accessories, they got down pat on this guy, but for him to be $60, I think he's $70 now, especially if you're trying to buy him off Amazon, so be careful out there. But this guy right here needs the cobwebbing to actually be sculpted into it. I do love that we got the 3 heads for it, but give us something different, because this one here is just freaking abysmal. The unmasked head looked freaking amazing. I'm not going to fault that at all. But this right here, guys, is pretty much how I'm going to have him posed up on the shelf. I'll find something to have that web be hanging straight up, so that way it looks like he's in a nice little flipping pose, swinging through New York, saving the day. But this right here, guys, is probably one of my favorite Spider-Mans. I'm not going to be too hard on him because he still does look amazing. I do really enjoy this design for the suit, and I love the colors as well. The dark red, the dark blue, it looks absolutely beautiful. So with all that said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you are new. We are pushing out more videos other than Spider-Man starting this weekend, so be on the lookout for that. We are probably going to be jumping into the Hiya Toys Godzillas that I picked up, so it's not all just going to be Godzillas. We got Godzilla, we got Kong, we got a bunch of different monsters from the Monsterverse, so stay tuned for that, guys. And then we also picked up some more McFarlane and NECA, and we also have incoming a Mafex Daredevil. With all that said, guys, if you did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with a friend, and I will see you in the next video. Later.